Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Don't let others track what you do. Anonymize yourself at expressvpn.com/inside.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Friday.
Woo!
Let's give it up for something that never gets enough love, and that is the humble loading screen. They last for an hour now on my base PS4, but I do love our conversations. Our time together is so nice.
I like the tips that I figured out like 20 hours ago.
There's no doubt that load screens, or the lack thereof, are going to be a big deal as we go into the next generation of consoles. Both Sony and Microsoft have emphasized the fact that the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X will have solid-state drives, which will dramatically cut down on loading times in games.
Yeah, meanwhile, PC gamers are like, welcome to 2010, dudes. Lame. Anyway, back to 8kun.
Excuse me, I gotta get back to playing Rust.
It's going to be a really noticeable change when the next gen starts. No more waiting 5 more minutes for that big boss fight.
Well, and let's not forget the sweet new graphics that always come with new consoles. Speaking of next gen, Epic showed off its new Unreal Engine 5 with a swanky new tech demo on a PS5 recently.
Yeah, everybody's been talking about it all week. The graphics, they looked amazing. I couldn't believe it was like, I thought we had hit the ceiling, but we haven't. Environments, so lifelike. It was scary, boys.
They make your head spin.
It's really impressive.
But now's where we get back to loading screens, because some people are wondering if dastardly Epic and Tim Sweeney hit one in the tech demo showing off their new engine.
Tim Sweeney with his Popeyes.
Wait, isn't he like a billionaire too? You would have think he would figured out like, I don't know, some sort of secret elitist Popeyes, but no, he just probably wanted a 5-piece. Say it ain't so, Tim Sweeney. Was that GTA 5 giveaway just to distract us from a load screen? That would be awesome if you just gave away a game every time there was a load screen.
That would be cool.
So the controversy centers around one section of the demo where they show the character shimmying through a narrow gap between cliff walls. Ooh, we know what that is. That's especially, and I only know this because Lawrence said it, and I trust him implicitly when it comes to this, a big thing in the Unreal Engine.
That's the most Lawrence phrase.
I know.
That's a big thing in the Unreal
totally.
Engine. The section raised a lot of eyebrows because, as Lawrence says, it's a common tactic to camouflage a loading screen. God of War has them, so does Uncharted. It's very much the narrative game type of, we mustn't break immersion.
Most recently, with an Unreal game, Fallen Order had a ton of them.
A lot of them. But sometimes you hop over things and go under things.
No, I mean, I don't mind them at all.
They worked on me. I didn't know until a couple of years ago that those were loading screens. I was just like, here's the thing we do in games. One of the people was an actual indie game developer, Megan Fox, and the problem seems to be with the fact that it's like cliche. I think it's overdone.
Right.
Because she made the observation that the sequence was possibly hiding a load screen tweeting. Can we talk about how funny it is that even next gen is continuing the camera eats ass while you shimmy through a crevice approach to load zones? So even angry is not the right word.
I think she was just being snarky. Also, hey, Megan, it's 2020. Cameras can eat ass if that's the thing. No kink shaming here. Fox added, just give me a door and a loading screen, please. Then you can make it more visually interesting than a butt crack of loading. So I feel like there's a little bit of snarkiness, a little bit of Twitter snarkiness going on there.
I guess you can throw a big spider on the screen that you can rotate with the
That's cool.
thumbsticks.
That's true, yeah.
Oh yeah, a little mini game. Just put Galaga in there or something for me to play. I'm fine. I'm cool, man. I'm old school.
But wait, weren't load screens supposed to be a thing of the past? Epic CEO Tim Sweeney said so himself when he was singing the praises of the PS5. Specifically, he said, "The world of loading screens is over. The days of geometry popping up as you're going through the game environments are ended."
I will end you.
It's a pretty bold statement. Maybe he meant the world of obvious loading screens is over, and we'll just get better at hiding them.
He came down from the mountain with 2 stone tablets that had the source code of the Unreal 5 engine on them.
He's definitely had a family sword made for himself.
Did he get like a European, like a claymore, or did he get a katana made?
He's not a
'Cause
katana
either way,
guy, I don't think. I think Claymore like a knight's sword with like a jewel-encrusted hilt.
He's a LARPing D&D nerd. Definitely.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, the whole thing threatened to expose the whole no load screens talk as just more hype. And honestly, you'd be forgiven for being a little cynical about that. This certainly wouldn't be the first time we've all been wowed by a fancy demo that claimed to be something it wasn't. It literally happens every E3, multiple times at E3. You're like, wow, this game doesn't really look as good as that demo I saw 5 years ago.
Still waiting on Scalebound.
Well, Epic rushed to respond that no, they were not faking anything. What exactly did they have to say about it? Well, we will get into that, but first we want to take a moment to talk about something you can't fake, the male orgasm. Oh, sorry, nope, Mental health, I meant to say. And we know times are extra tough right now, so we're here to provide some resources for the National Alliance on Mental Illness.
Hey guys, so right now it is really important to do things to help us cope and maintain perspective. So while you're social distancing, rely on your social network for support. I'm talking regular calls with your friend and family, make a Discord channel. Don't be afraid to just call people. We're doing that now. We're bringing spontaneous calls back. It's like the 90s. And use video when you can. It's great to see a friendly face. You don't have to talk about anything in particular. It is just so nice to connect with people. We want to remind you that if you need support, you can reach out to NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization, to get support for yourself and learn how to support others too. Visit NAMI.org or call 1-800-950-NAMI, N-A-M-I. You are not alone. Reach out if you need help. We are all going through it right now, and believe me, everybody gets it. This is one of the rare occasions where everybody's on the same page about the way you're feeling for the most part. There are resources, support each other, call your friends, call your family. Connor out.
So, how did Epic respond to the butt crack loading accusations? Well, Epic marketing manager Dana Crowley, in response to Fox, said it wasn't a loading trick at all. She added, "To avoid confusion, we originally called out in the voiceover that the narrow cranny is meant to show the assets up close, but those lines of dialogue didn't make it into the final edit." She's blaming the editors. Not cool.
Never come for the editors.
Well,
we will.
You see the way the media edits things.
They take everything out of context and
No offense, Dana, but Crowley is a marketing manager, not a developer, and part of the job of a marketing manager is to put a positive spin on things.
Well then, Epic Special Projects technical director Jeff Ferris weighed in, confirming that they weren't covering up anything. He tweeted that the squeeze served several purposes for us: close-in detail, animation, audio, demo flow. But we did have a tiny worry that folks would think it was necessary to hide loading. It wasn't.
Maybe it's just so in their Unreal DNA, they just didn't know how else to do it. The story of an alleged hidden load screen got picked up by the games media, which forced Epic to do even more damage control.
Yeah, an Epic representative told Kotaku that the actual goal of that part was to force the player camera to be really close to the wall to show how much detail there is in the scene. We're not trying to hide any loading, but actually show good-looking assets in the close-up. We all love a little wall detail to show off the engine. How do the cliff walls look?
Well, actually, very good.
Yeah, and the snozzberries taste like snozzberries.
I'm not trying to be snarky, that's just how my voice sounds.
The walls look great, the rocks look good. I loved all those triangles.
Seriously, how can we make stuff like that look so good but we can't solve climate change? Like, seriously.
Yeah, an Epic's blog post about the Unreal Engine 5, they made a point to talk about how their tech allows for film-quality source art comprising hundreds of millions or billions of polygons can be imported directly into Unreal Engine, and the demo definitely seemed to reflect that, whether we're showing off a tight squeeze or a lush, open environment.
Yeah, the engine has a chance to really revolutionize the gaming industry. It's very powerful for one, and Epic won a lot of praise for saying they won't charge royalties on the engine until a game makes $1 million. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, if you're a smaller dev out there, that's really great news.
Yes.
But back to load times. Assuming that Epic wasn't trying to cover anything up in that demo, are they really going forever? Are they? You little scamps.
I don't think so.
No, not exactly. I mean, they'll still be there. They're going to be a lot faster. Last year, Sony showed off a PS5 loading Spider-Man versus Sony's current strongest console, a PS4 Pro, and it took the PS5 less than a second to load a screen versus 8 seconds for a PS4 Pro.
I assume Rockstar games will still take up to 15 minutes to load, though, even if you're on like a high-end gaming PC. So there will still be loading involved. It's just going to be much, much, much faster.
Muy rápido.
As for the Xbox Series X, the console's development chief Jason Ronald told Eurogamer, "You can never say the complete end of loading." So boom, dunk on Tim Sweeney.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds like they're trying to cut it down as much as humanly possible. And if it's like a second, like, you're not going to really notice that.
No.
As for loading tricks like shimmying through tight crannies, Digital Foundry's Richard Ledbetter said that there really is no need for it going forward because the entire system memory can be filled in 2 seconds.
Sounds like this controversy is definitely overblown. While it's still a possibility that Epic was trying to pull a fast one on us, their explanation, I mean, it makes sense.
I believe it. The rest of the demo looked amazing.
Overblown. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's a bummer, though. We haven't had a good fake controversy since the water puddles in Spider-Man.
That was
that
a
was
good
my
one.
favorite.
No, I love when they're like act like it's a human rights violation. You are being lied to! Wake up!
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Friday. I'm just coming from the dentist with a huge bill and I'm pissed off! Yes! Always a good way to clear out them pipes. Oh my god, and my pipes are filled with plaque. All right guys, so today we have a question so huge